What's life like as a leader of the Corruption Eradication Commission? I'm here today with Pak Laode Muhammad Syarif, Deputy Chairman of the KPK, to hear what his experience as the KPK leaders for the last 4 years. So my first question is, what lesson have you learned from your experience as the KPK Deputy Chairman for the last 4 years?
There are a lot of lessons that you can learn because I never been working as law enforcement officers in the past. So basically my previous experience is teaching people or teaching law enforcement officers, but now I become one of them. So I think I have to adjust myself from consulting or teaching into doing the enforcement myself, and it's quite interesting. And now I know better, I think, the difference between what on the book and what in the actual work of enforcing the law. And of course, get to know KPK people more closely, because in the past I understand KPK and I've been assisting them for in the last maybe more than 10 years. But once I become one of the commissioners, then yes, I knew them quite well, and including what the difficulties actually working within the KPK. Sometimes it is difficult, I think, because the case that we're dealing with are mostly high-profile cases and involving a lot of high-ranking public officials, but we have to do it, I think so.
Okay. Well, in January this year, unidentified people threw some Molotov cocktails at your house, while at the same time, unknown people also put a bomb-like package at the house of KPK Chairman, Pak Agus Raharjo. So, how does the incident affect you and your family?
That's not affect me that much, including my family, but that particular incident also teach us that fight against corruption is quite still very difficult here in Indonesia, because, for example, similar law enforcement agency outside Indonesia like CPIB in Singapore, ICAC in Hong Kong, of the FBI in United States, or Search Fraud Office in UK, they never experienced that kind of threat and intimidation. So when I share my story with them and they say, bloody hell, I mean, the commission of the KPK been thrown with Molotov, actually threatening our life. But again, we have to do our work because we are assigned, I am assigned to do my work, and we are not deterred because of that particular incident. But at the same time, I do hope that the Indonesian National Police and the whole government of Indonesia actually work together to catch these individuals, or maybe a group of people who are actually trying to intimidate and to threat the life of KPK officers, including the commissioner, including myself and Pak Agus Raharjo, for example. But not only me. Several senior investigators are also affected. One of them, of course, Novel. Now he is actually blind, and several others also experience intimidations and threat. But again, we have to do it.
So, do you have any tips for future KPK leaders on how to get the job done while also staying alive while doing their job as KPK commissioners?
I don't have any particular tips, as long as actually they are committed with their work, and hopefully the people will keep supporting the KPK, because I think until today the approval rate of the KPK is still above 80%, which is actually the highest in the country, and I think this is the good modality for the KPK. So I just hope that the next commissioner will also have experience similar approval rate. And the second things, of course, we need to be vigilant, because we don't really know what actually people out there actually what they're actually thinking about the KPK. So we have to be more careful, increasing the vigilance of the KPK officers, and also increase security protection for not only the commissioner of the KPK but also the investigators, the prosecutors, and the whole staff of the KPK. So that's why now we are planning to create a special bureau within the KPK on security bureau, so to ensure that all KPK employees will be safe from bad people.
From similar attacks, ya Pak ya?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all from me, Pak Laode. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Despite the dangers, Laode Muhammad Syarif has completed his challenging yet rewarding 4 years as KPK Deputy Chairman. While his term might be over in December, his work in fighting corruption, even from outside the KPK headquarters, is still far from over. I'm Kharishar Kahfi from the Jakarta Post, signing off.